Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to our 2021 predictions and our look back at 2020 predictions to see exactly which one of us is the William Gibson of our wrestling times. We're going to see what we got right, what we got wrong.
Yeah,
in
or what we got wrong, because that's usually what happens.
I actually have a suggestion here, Larson. I have, as much as I have resented your flossing of all the gold, I have a certain amount of respect for you showcasing all your accomplishments vis-a-vis your gold. So how about this? On a yearly basis, starting next year with our predictions,
all right,
the Impact Championship is our yearly whoever gets the most predictions correct in the new year will get. So this is going to stay with me for now.
Yeah, obviously.
But at the end of next year,
competition hasn't happened yet.
Exactly. It's like the King of Pro Wrestling or the Kazuchika Okada Pants Award in New Japan. It's a yearly thing.
It's a provisional thing at this juncture, yes.
Yeah. So for right now, the Friendo Club Mannequin will be provisional champion.
There we go. I mean, I'm just learning of this now. I don't have time to change any of my predictions, so you're probably going to hold on to that belt.
To make them even better. Okay.
Before we get to our 2021 predictions, our predictions for next year, let's review what we thought was going to happen this year.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite part of the year.
This is the best part. Of course, in late 2019, we didn't foresee pretty much of what happened end up happening in 2020.
Nobody could.
Happening. Exactly.
Nobody could.
So, what any of these predictions may have happened if the year had gone differently. Who knows? Anyways, the first prediction I made for 2020, what was I thinking? Baron Corbin will be a world champion.
You know what? That was a solid prediction at the time. It really was. It was a solid prediction.
Man, no, well, it was terrible.
That was a good prediction. Look, I am very happy to report that he didn't sniff the world championship in 2020, but closing out 2019, it entirely possible. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, my first one, and I'm going to carry this over into the new year because I think that this is going to actually still happen. Ring of Honor is going to be sold to WWE. I think if COVID hadn't happened, this might have actually taken place, Larson. If you take a look, Ring of Honor has some really, really good talent over there. Brody King is great. Bateman is great. They just got Bennett back. He's pretty terrific. They got some cool stuff going on over there, but you can't help feel that they didn't really sign, it's not like Impact, where Impact was able to sign the Good Brothers. They signed some pretty good names. Now, Ring of Honor got their hands on EC3, but after Impact had their hands on him.
They brought Bennett back.
They brought Bennett back, and that was a cool deal. But they didn't have sort of the splash that Impact made. And then, of course, AEW has just been killing it this year. The North American market, not really sure Ring of Honor is going to be able to carve out much more of a niche for themselves, going forward. They got that tape library, which is just a treasure trove of stuff. It stands to reason they might be sold out. They sold off in the 2021.
They got all that Sinclair money keeping them afloat. So
that's true. That
might be enough for them not to sell. Second prediction. This is the one I got right. AEW will figure out that the Elite need to win titles. And that definitely happened this year.
Okay, so my third prediction is in line with that. AEW will sort out their issues sooner than later because, there were some odd booking strategies going on early on. And then I said by All In 3, so All Out 2, they'll be averaging close to 1 million each week on TV. So to close the year, I mean, they've been sniffing. They've been in the 800,000 range, and this week, I can't believe it's not going to get over 1 million this week.
I know. So kind of in that same vein, regarding Wednesday night television shows, I said NXT will regularly cross 1 million viewers per week.
Oh wow!
Way off.
Way off. That was pretty off. That was
by
pretty
about 300,000 viewers per week.
All right. Well, similarly, something that was way off. I have here at number 2. Yeah, this was way off. Not one WWE former champion will leave WWE for AEW. Now, the Revival, obviously, former champions. Luke Harper, Brody Lee, former champion. Matt Hardy, former champion. Multi-champion. They all totally did. So the spirit of this, Miro, former champion. Way off.
Yeah.
Way off. Way off.
Also way off for me. New Japan will face one major defection. Don't believe that happened.
Yeah, New Japan also closed shop for a significant period of time. I mean, I'm not sure how that affected everybody's contracts, but
I don't know either. And the other,
this abnormal year.
And then I also said that New Japan would get a US TV deal. And again, who knows?
Yeah.
How pandemic might have affected.
I think,
at all.
AEW probably much more affected that, but because I mean all right, so my big two whoppers that I completely whiffed on, although one I will push in a way for 2021.
All right,
CM Punk will wrestle in 2020 for WWE. Now this was obviously before pandemic. It's when WWE was still throwing around massive money. I thought that was a possibility. We did see him come to Backstage, the short-lived WWE Fox show. So, it seemed like maybe that, I mean, it's not unreasonable to think that would have been sort of a lubricant maybe to get him back in WWE. I do have a CM Punk prediction for 2021, however.
Oh, of course. It wouldn't be predictions without something about CM Punk.
No, of course not. And then, of course, my other big whopper, which came the opposite of true. Triple H will oversee Raw and SmackDown in 2020. I don't even come close to that. I do have a prediction about something like that, but it's not even close to this for 2021. Triple H is barely has control of NXT seemingly.
All right, let's review who we thought would be the champions at the end of 2020. Well, let's go by title. Universal Championship, I have Roman Reigns. Who do you got?
Same, Roman Reigns.
WWE title, I got Kevin Owens.
I have Brock Lesnar, who seemingly is semi-retired.
Not a bad choice, though. Intercontinental Champion, I got The Miz.
I've got Andrade. You're closer than I am on that one.
U.S. title, I got Samoa Joe.
Got AJ Styles.
Tag team champs, I have the Viking Raiders and the New Day.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't foresee the Viking Raiders being injured.
Yeah.
And then the New Day's a good. I mean, you're only off by weeks on that one. I got Raw Women's Champion. Wait,
you did the tag. Tag titles.
Raw tag. I've got. I got the Street Profits.
They're SmackDown tag champions.
Oh, they're the Smack. Well, they were the Raw tag champions.
They were. Had they not gotten drafted, they probably would still be.
They're the lineal Raw tag champions. And then SmackDown tag, I've got the Revival. Yeah.
Women's champs for Raw, I had Shayna. For SmackDown, I had Sasha Banks. So I got that one right.
SmackDown, I got Sasha Banks as well, and I've got Becky Lynch. Who'd have thought she'd get knocked up this year?
Women's tag champs, I got Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. So yeah, not even. I mean, who'd have thought they'd have a thrown together two-man power trip? Yeah. Well, you're half right, Asuka. Yeah.
NXT UK, of course, champ Walter.
Same.
Who I have, yeah. Tag champs, I have Imperium.
Same.
Women's champ, I have Xia Brookside.
I have Jazzy Gabbard, who's not even there anymore.
No, she's not. NXT, their world champ, I have Keith Lee.
Oh, that was a good one. I've got Adam Cole.
Oh, that was a safe pick at the time. North American champ, I got Dijak.
Oh, what a great pick. I've got Kushida.
For the women's champ, I have Rhea Ripley.
Oh, same.
All right.
Yeah, same.
Tag champs, I had Forgotten Sons.
That's awesome. Boy, they had a roller coaster year.
Oh,
I have Lee and Dijak as my tag champs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then for cruiserweight champ, I had Kushida.
I had Angel Garza. I thought he was going to have like a long run, I guess.
In New Japan, for the heavyweight champ, I had Jay White.
I had Okada.
Intercontinental champ, I had Kenta.
Ospreay.
Junior heavyweight champ, I had Takahashi.
Junior heavyweight. Same. Taking time bomb. Yeah, we might be up by just a couple days on that one.
Yeah. Never open weight champ, I had Hiroki Goto. It's basically his title.
It's a great choice. But I had Kenta.
For the tag champs, I had Guerrillas of Destiny.
Sames.
Junior tag champs, I had Roppongi 3K.
Same.
AEW champ, I had Kenny Omega.
Good. Wow, look at you. I still had Mox.
Wow. For tag champs, I had the Young Bucks.
So did I.
And for women's champ, I had Awesome Kong.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's way up. I have Britt Baker, which is still going to be, here's spoiler, it's still my women's champ for 2020 and 2021.
All right. Let's get to 2021. Steve, go ahead and go first.
All right, here we go. Where's my, here it is. Yeah, okay. Are we doing champions or actual predictions?
Actual predictions. We'll do champions at the end.
All right. My number one prediction, CM Punk will wrestle for AEW in 2021.
Wow.
I totally think this is going to happen. I think that dude, that memorial was something else. I think that, and on top of that, given that he was on that podcast with Renee Paquette saying that, hey, there's a lot of interesting matchups for me over there. I think Tony Khan might realize that, hey, I'm not going to back up the Brinks truck necessarily, but everybody needs to make money.
Well, Punk said there's two things that would bring it back. A good paycheck and interesting creative.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be one of those things. Maybe I think that Tony Khan is a very level-headed guy, and he understands that this is a marathon. In the words of WWE, this is a marathon. But I do think that if he starts nipping away at that Raw overall viewership, I don't necessarily think he'll necessarily care. He'll also understand it's really good business from a perception standpoint. He's already beat Raw in the demo a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
If Raw continues to sink and that overall viewership tightens up, he might open up that checkbook a little bit more.
It's entirely possible.
That's a possibility.
Entirely possible.
That's a possibility.
Entirely possible. First one for me, New Japan and All Elite Wrestling will work together. We've been hearing more rumblings about it since Harold Mage left New Japan. Part of me wonders is obviously they had something really clear in mind for what they wanted Kenny to do when he won the title. Because we thought maybe there's a possibility that Kenta, who lives in the States, could attack Mox at some point and set up a match for the IWGP US title down the line. Well, what if instead of that happening at Winter is Coming, that maybe happens at, say, Revolution, if Mox and Omega were to have a rematch? Because by that point, they've already done the Impact stuff with Kenny, which they wanted to do. That story is already set in motion. Maybe come end of February, if timing is right, if things work out, if an agreement can be made, have Kenta show up at Revolution, beat up Mox, and then have a IWGP US title defense on AEW television, and then, after the travel restrictions hopefully come down later in the year, then you could do more crossover. Maybe next year at Wrestle Kingdom in 2022, we get some potential dream matches,
Possibility. I'm going hard on AEW with my second prediction. AEW will, by the end of the year, continually beat Raw in the demo by the summertime, actually, and will average over 1 million per week. NXT remains happy to get 600,000, and also AEW is going to debut trios titles.
There you go.
However, NXT Underground will be a pretty fun TV show to watch.
I'm happy you mentioned all that because I got something that falls in line with what you're saying. NXT will move nights. They finally realized they're doing their brand, the NXT brand, a great disservice using it as a deterrent to AEW, garnering higher ratings, higher demos, and so they'll move it probably to Tuesdays, and they will still try to compete with AEW with NXT Underground Wednesdays on the WWE Network.
Ooh, boy, that's a pretty ballsy prediction. I honestly think that like WWE, especially with the bigger and better AEW gets, I think the more WWE will try to double down on Wednesdays.
I'm sure they probably will. The problem is their NXT in that competition, if you want to call it that, is already in such a massive hole.
Sure, yeah.
And you're doing that brand, the NXT brand, no favors. Putting that out there.
But do they
for the
care?
sole purpose on Wednesday nights?
But do they care?
Vince probably not. Others than WWE, I guarantee you they do. I guarantee you Triple H cares a lot. he puts so much into NXT, and for it to get 600,000 viewers when it could be on its own night getting ratings maybe comparable to what AEW is doing.
I don't know that I honestly don't know that on its own night it would make much of a difference. I really don't. I
think it would. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to push 1 million, but it'd do better than 600,000 or 700,000. It'd do 8.
I don't know. I think we can agree to disagree on that one.
One thing, we always get the next day numbers, but as far as like the DVR numbers with the +1, +3, +7, whatever those are, my understanding is that AEW is still best NXT in those numbers, but I still like to see, like in total, if you count next day and then DVR numbers, what the total viewership of each show looks like. And then also, NXT, there's still people I'm sure that watch on the network because it still goes up, Thursdays or something like that?
Yeah. It goes up the next day.
Total viewership. Still like to be interested to see those numbers. But the thing is, if AEW is on Wednesdays opposite AEW in perpetuity, there's not a whole lot of growth potential there. Whereas on its own night, there is the possibility of growth potential. Anyways, NXT is moving nights.
All right. That's I won't put any money on that one.
Maybe they'll move SmackDown to Wednesdays to compete against AEW.
Oh God, I hope not. I like it on Fridays. I've gotten used to it. Let's see here. Number 3, Raw will suck all year. Vince will continue to sink into a creative quicksand. Somehow SmackDown will still be good, anchored by the tribal chief. I think that we're going to see less of a phase. You know how like we go through phases where SmackDown's good and Raw sucks and vice versa. I think that's going to settle into more of a groove because I don't see a lot of movement. I think that 2021 is not going to be the year where Vince steps aside creatively. I think that this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better for Raw. I just think that Vince, I think that like, he is going to be even more, he's going to try to grasp even more onto the few remaining years that he has. He's going to really try to like be extra stubborn about turning things around, and it's just not going to work. It's going to be even worse for him. And I do think that's why I kind of feel given that AEW's already beat Raw in the demographic, I feel like anybody suggesting, hey, Dad, we can grow our own AEW via NXT on its own night. Dude, I think that with NXT preventing AEW from beating Raw in the demo every week, I think that keeping it there is their only. If it's a situation where Dynamite week in and week out is besting Raw in the demo, then obviously NXT is not serving Vince's purpose being where it's at, But I don't know if you're going to do more from their perspective. Would moving NXT?
I understand all that.
Like make it even worse. It's like you're like, it's like, hey, this Band-Aid isn't really helping, but it's not going to help if I do this either. So I don't know. So yeah, there you go. I think Raw is going to suck all year. Vince, it's just going to get worse in 2021. And I don't think we're going to see a turnaround until 2022.
Speaking of SmackDown, Daniel Bryan, he's on SmackDown. He said this is his last year as a full-time wrestler. And I think he's going to get one last title run, not necessarily a world title. I'm thinking more like Intercontinental title because he's talked quite a bit about how much he values that particular belt. He's going to get one last good title run. In the end, really work to put somebody over. Because I think that's probably the primary reason Daniel Bryan would be willing to do any other title runs, because it's his last year. He's all about looking for the future, helping people on the roster now. If he's going to say another Intercontinental title run, he's going to do that because he creatively he will help somebody when they beat him. So Daniel Bryan gets one last title run before he retires as a full-time competitor.
I will pick up your thread of continuity there. I don't disagree with that at all. But come September, him and El Generico are going to be debuting at All Out 2, 3, whatever it is at this point. And for AEW, you're right. He's a part-time guy. He's got a lot of friends over there that he, especially for Sami Zayn, whose contract comes up in the fall. I don't know when in the fall. I just sort of assume September-ish is fall. So I think both these guys are going to head over to AEW, where there's a whole new playground. Sami Zayn's going to have a situation there where he won't maybe feel like he is doing work for a company that is morally bankrupt. He can go and be an anti-consumerism guy and maybe actually be a face. Yeah, I think El Generico and Bryan Danielson are going to have much more desirable schedules there in AEW, along with CM Punk. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, man.
All right. So this next one, given that the vaccine rollout hasn't gone as quickly or smoothly as some had hoped. So, I think the thoughts of having a large crowd, despite the fact the state of Florida apparently says you can have as many people in these stadiums as you want, from the public relations perspective, from the optics perspective, it probably still isn't great to have 80,000 people at WrestleMania. But come August, come SummerSlam, the odds might be better that you could do something like that safely. So WWE is going to make 2021 SummerSlam essentially a summer WrestleMania and use that to kickstart a return to the road.
I'm not sure. I mean, January 20th is going to be a very interesting date because by all accounts, the vaccination rollout has been an absolute disaster in the few short weeks that it's been out. States aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. There's been zero federal assistance. They're basically, I mean, they're the reason why the pandemic is such a disaster in the first place because there was no federal response. And so I simply don't think that by the Royal Rumble it will be public relations wise a good move to have. Yeah, there's a possibility they'll have pods, man. There's the possibility they'll have pods of fans here and there. I kind of doubt it. Certainly not to the effect that they want.
It seems like by summer it'd be the closest, safest time to have actually potentially an arena full of people.
I wouldn't bet on WrestleMania being the time, but I also wouldn't bet against there being a massive federal response come late January, which you could possibly see some results by early April, which might embolden WWE to have some fans at WrestleMania. Maybe. But in terms of having a summertime WrestleMania where it's full on,
yeah, they're going to have some fans at WrestleMania. The stadium's not going to be full.
Yeah.
It'll probably be like 25% capacity.
Yeah.
Where a SummerSlam, sell out, kickstart, return of the road.
I think you're right. Yeah, that's a good prediction to make. That's a good prediction. And then my last one here is I was trying to think about these, man. And, I'm going out on a limb, obviously, on a bunch of these. I'm going to say Brock Lesnar comes out, officially retires after losing to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I think right now they're pushing the Goldberg thing as sort of a red herring, I guess, to end the actual match. Could you imagine this, dude? Imagine this. What if Roman... He has maybe Goldberg, or I guess probably going to be Kevin Owens at the Rumble, right?
Yeah, it seems that way, yeah.
So, but, the main event of the Rumble would actually be the Royal Rumble itself, the men's Royal Rumble itself. Well, Jey Uso's not going to have anything to do, so Roman Reigns, to try to stack the deck in his favor, is going to say, Jey, you need to go out there and win the Royal Rumble for the family. So maybe Roman is out there supervising Jey Uso. And you come down to Jey Uso as the guy, and who comes out at number 30? Huge face pop for the 12 people that are in attendance at the Royal Rumble for Brock Lesnar. Now you've got Paul Heyman and you've got Brock Lesnar, and it's like, whoa, maybe they are insinuating that Paul is going to turn on Roman, but no, he actually turns on Brock. Roman ends up beating Brock in Brock's retirement match, and maybe that's the stipulation. It's a retirement match. But Brock has to talk for himself. He goes into Mania as a big face against Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman aligns, keeps his alignment with the tribal chief. And then at the Hall of Fame ceremony, Randy Orton gets to induct John Cena, Dave Bautista, and Brock Lesnar, his former OVW guys that he all came up with there at the WrestleMania Hall of Fame. Brock Lesnar officially retires.
There you go. My final prediction. I'm going to end 2021 as it did 2020 with all the gold, baby.
Oh, God. Get out of here with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rough road on the Going in Raw Cup for me going forward. I'll tell you that much. All right, man. Let's talk about who's gonna end as champions of the year. First up, WWE champion. Who do you see ending 2021 as WWE?
I got
champion?
Bray Wyatt, WWE champ.
Oh, nice. I've got Bob Lashley. I think Hurt Business. I think business is good. And Bob Lashley's going to end up WWE champion. Vince actually seems to like Lashley quite a bit. And I think if you have MVP, continue to do what he's doing, I think Lashley's going to look like a good WWE champion.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Who do you have for Universal Champion, Steve?
The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns.
Of course.
Can't bet against
Roman.
him. Yeah.
It's got to be Roman.
Got to be Roman.
Intercontinental title. I got Daniel Bryan.
He's gonna be the AEW TNT title champion.
You know when his contract is up, man.
Fightful says it's in fall, or it's in September. Fightful says it's September, and Sami Zayn's is fall, or vice versa. Yeah.
All right.
Intercontinental champion. I got Big E. I'm gonna say maybe they're gonna really give him like an extended run, see what they can do with that.
Okay. U.S. champ.
I say it's going to stay in the Hurt Business, but it's going to go to Cedric Alexander, Prime Alexander.
Prime Alexander. I got Matthew Riddle as U.S. champ.
Yeah, I was considering that. It's a good one.
Tag team champs. Who do you got?
On Raw, I've got New Day, and SmackDown, I got the Street Profits. They're all gonna be perennials, man.
On Raw, I got the New Day. On SmackDown, I got the Usos.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Yeah.
Who do you got for women's champs?
Women's champ. Let's see here. Raw Women's Champion. Oh, this is a gimme. Becky Lynch.
That's who I got to.
SmackDown Women's Champion. I've got Bayley getting it back.
I have Bianca Belair as your champion.
It's good. Who do you have for the Women's Tag Champions?
Riot Squad.
That's good. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say they're going to put the Iconics back together, and they're going to be Women's Tag Champs.
That'd be great. All right, I'm going to change my pick for Intercontinental Champion since apparently Daniel Bryan might not be under contract. I'm going to go King Corbin. You're late.
I was going to say you can't change picks, but go ahead and change that pick. That's fine.
Yeah, King Corbin.
That's actually even a worse pick than Daniel Bryan, because Daniel Bryan probably likes the creative process there and creative freedom at WWE.
Yeah.
My prediction of him and Sami Zayn going, I don't know about Sami Zayn. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's got that big platform. He can continue. Tony Khan might appeal to his, what do you call it? What do you call it when somebody is high on charity stuff? There's a word for it.
Oh, philanthropy?
Philanthropy. Yeah, exactly. His philanthropist genes.
Yeah.
Tony Khan might have some stuff to offer him in that regard.
Could be. All right, let's go to NXT UK. For the champ there, I got Ilya. I think once crowds come back, they're going to have another match between Walter and Ilya's going to win.
I'm not betting again. I think Walter's like the Roman Reigns right now, man. Ilya's great. It would have been Jordan Devlin, but then that stuff happened. I was thinking Tyler Bate maybe. I just don't think there's anybody so obvious, right? I mean, I know they're doing a thing with A-Kid right now. Yeah, I don't know. It could be Ilya, but I don't know. I got Walter.
Tag champs. I got Imperium.
I got Mark Andrews and the other guy.
Oh,
Flash Morgan Webster. Why not? Somebody's got to take it off Gallus, and those guys are great.
Yeah. UK Women's Champ. Who do you got?
Ginny.
I got Piper Niven.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. Has she been champion yet? She hasn't been champion.
I don't believe so. No.
Yeah, it's just been Kaylee Ray for like ever. They really didn't. I mean, they closed down for such a long time. Anyway,
they did. Let's go to NXT.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Who's your world champ?
I guess it's Cross, man. It's Karrion Kross.
Probably. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's Peter Dune.
Oh wow, that's a good one. Okay.
Peter Dune.
I'd be happy with that. I gotta watch NXT this week. Apparently him and Finn Balor might join up or something.
Interesting. North American champ, who do you got?
Timothy Thatcher.
Kyle O'Reilly.
No, it's a good one. There you go.
Women's champ.
Women's champ. I think it's gonna be power couple, dude. I think it's gonna be Scarlett Bordeaux. I had Shotzi in there, but I think it's gonna be Scarlett.
I got Ember Moon.
Oh, that's good. Who you got for tag champions?
Grizzled young veterans.
Me too.
Soon to become. Cruiserweight champ. Who do you got?
Jacob Atlas.
Oh, good pick. I got August Gray.
Oh, okay, there you go. I think he's going to be in NXT Underground though.
Oh,
I was gonna do a category of NXT Underground champions too, but I didn't do that. Okay, who do you have on the cover of 2K22 this year?
So last year I said it was gonna be Undisputed Era. Turns out there was no game.
Last year I said it was gonna be like Rey Mysterio and Charlotte Flair. What a terrible pick that was. I've got a cheat answer. Because it's a reboot, it's going to be like the entire roster. It's going to be like
maybe
8 people on there.
Yeah, maybe. I'll say the New Day.
Oh, that's a good one. Especially if Big E has a great year.
Yep.
All right,
let's go to what you do, New Japan next or AEW?
Let's do AEW next.
All right. My AEW champ is Hangman Adam Page.
Sames.
TNT champ. Who do you got?
Cody. He's the Goto of that championship.
Maybe, yeah. I got Rey Fenix.
Oh, that's good.
Tag champs. I got Santana and Ortiz. They'll finally get those tag titles next year.
It's not a bad pick, but I think the Young Bucks might play hot potato with some team, maybe LAX, but I think closing the year, it's going to be back on the Young Bucks.
Entirely possible. Women's champ. Who do you got?
I got Britt Baker again.
I got Thunder Rosa.
Oh, what a great
I'm
pick.
hoping that after her NWA contract is up, she goes to AEW full time.
That's a terrific
Put that title
pick.
on her.
That's a really good pick.
New Japan heavyweight champ.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna change. So you got one change. I'm gonna change one.
Sure.
My team, my new TNT champion, closing 2021. Zicky Dice. There was a report in Fightful that guy's looking to get an AEW. I think it's going to be outlandish Zicky Dice.
All right, very well. IWGP heavyweight champ. I got Okada. Can't go wrong with Okada walking into Wrestle Kingdom's champ.
Yeah, I got Ibushi with both those titles. I think it's going to be Trance Ibushi all 2021.
There you go. Did you split up your heavyweight and intercontinental?
Nope.
Titles? Oh wow!
I'll believe it when I see it.
That's true. Now that I think about it, if the New Japan AEW thing comes to fruition, imagine belt collector Kenny versus Kota Ibushi.
I know.
I just remember that. I'm gonna go Ibushi with both heavyweight and intercontinental titles because I forgot about that till now. I forgot my own prediction until right now.
There you go. Welcome aboard.
So Ibushi. So U.S. title. Who do you got?
Shingo Takagi.
Good pick. Kenta.
Yeah,
who knows when he's finally be able to cash in that briefcase.
I had Kenta. I feel like he'll get it, then he'll lose it to Takagi.
All right, junior heavyweight champ. Who do you got?
Junior heavyweight champion. Oh, I've got LP.
I got Show.
Okay, that's good. Junior tag. Oh, sorry. Tag
never
champ.
open weight champ.
Oh, never open weight. I still got our dude Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, that's who I got too.
Yep.
Tag champs.
Girls of Destiny.
Same.
I mean, look at that. Walking into Wrestle Kingdom, they're holding those titles. I don't know how that. They just stole them probably, but they're holding the titles right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Junior tag champs. Who do you got?
Ishimori and LP.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man.
I got Master Wado and Taguchi.
I was gonna go with them. I was totally had them written down for a second. That's such a bad pick. And then who's gonna close? Who's gonna be the 2021 King of Pro Wrestling?
Oh, it's gotta be Yano.
It's gonna be Yano.
Wait, what about the Never tag title still a thing?
Yeah, it's Chaos has it right now.
All right, Bullet Club's gonna have them.
Bullet Club's gonna have. I'll say Suzuki Gun has it.
All right. Very well.
Say.
There you go. There's our predictions for 2021. Well,
terrible
looking forward to early 2022 to revisiting these and seeing how horrible we did.
So each prediction gets a point. Next year for December 31st or whenever we're gonna put it, January 1st.
Yeah.
The Impact title's gonna go up on the line.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later. Oh, hey, do you want to do Going in Raw predictions? How many subscribers are we going to have to close out 2021?
197,000.
All right, good. Thanks for watching. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Help support Going in Raw today by becoming a Friendo Club TV member. You'll get access to new bonus episodes every week, including Friendo Club Arcade, live power rank, vintage 10 for the wins, and Ask Steven Larson. Get access to Friendo Club TV today by becoming a $5 and up patron at patreon.com/Steven Larson, by throwing us a sub at twitch.tv/Steven Larson, or by clicking join at youtube.com/Steven Larson.